Often teens witness their friends being subjected to disturbing dating behavior, or they witness their friends perpetrating disturbing dating behavior, but they may not know how to appropriately intervene. This video offers candid views from educators in the community health workers, and most importantly, teens. At the end of this video, there are community resources listed. Teens may be more prone to experiencing dating violence because dating is new. Teen dating violence is influenced by how teenagers view themselves, others, and relationships that they've been exposed to. Unfortunately, society and the media have portrayed unhealthy versions of gender roles that can be difficult for teenagers to navigate. As an example, young men may believe they have a right to control their girlfriends. Young men may confuse masculinity with aggressiveness. And young men may believe that they have a right to a sexual relationship. Young women may also believe that they are solely responsible for fixing any problems in a relationship. They may believe that their boyfriend's jealousy or aggressiveness is romantic or proves how much their boyfriend cares about them. And young women may also believe that in order to keep a boyfriend, they must engage in sexual activity. Both young women and young men face a lot of peer pressure to behave in a certain manner while dating. There's a lot of pressure to be in a relationship and simply to be tied to somebody. It should be noted that all of this information is true for teenagers engaged in a same-sex relationship. All teenagers, regardless of who they're dating, deserve to be in a safe and respectful relationship. Teen dating violence has reached epidemic highs. Most adults are unaware of how common teen dating violence is and are ill-equipped to deal with the issue should it arise. In order to effectively address teen dating violence, we must bring the issue into the open. The hope is that more awareness will be placed on the prevention and providing teens the awareness and education to make safe decisions in their own life. Through heightened awareness and education, we can work together to eliminate dating violence and to help young men and women develop safe and respectful dating boundaries.
Well, I'm very pleased to have this opportunity, unfortunately, to speak about the relationship actually between substance and alcohol abuse to teen dating violence. I think that many people are unaware of the correlation between the two, but there is a high level of correlation between teen dating violence and substance abuse. Over 50%, actually the number ranges anywhere between 35 and 75% of the perpetrators are either have consumed alcohol or other drugs when they actually attack a woman. And many of, actually it says at least half of all of the sexual assaults involve some kind of substance abuse throughout the process, either by the victim or by the perpetrator. And as far as teen dating violence, I think the numbers are even more substantial. They're higher. Women, girls who drink or do drugs not only put themselves in a vulnerable position, what the drugs and alcohol do to their bodies and to their minds when they're consuming them is they stop the alert mechanism in their brain that signals there might be danger. Okay, they also it prevents them from reacting to that danger and getting themselves out of that situation. Okay, first of all, they're not aware that they're in a dangerous situation. Secondly, they don't react to the dangerous situation. And thirdly, once the situation has occurred, they feel guilty or responsible because they were drinking, and so they often don't report it. Those three things are tremendous problems with teen dating violence. Okay, don't put yourself in that situation. Well, that's easier said than done. You know, you're out at a party or you're out having a good time and you happen to drink or you happen to do something, then you've got to be cognizant or have a friend or have a partner that's with you to support you in those activities. And if you're underage, the best way to avoid teen dating violence is not to drink in the first place. But one problem that many girls don't recognize is that when they're with somebody that perpetually uses drugs or uses alcohol, the likelihood of them getting involved in drugs and alcohol and then subsequently being involved in a teen dating violence situation increases exponentially. it's one of those things where the more you surround yourself in that environment, the more danger and the more potential harm you have in your life. And your ability to recognize that danger, your ability to remove yourself from that situation, and your ability to report or protect yourself after the fact increases and can cause them a lifetime of problems. And it's understandable, but what we want to do is give you opportunity for resources to get help to prevent these things from happening in the first place, but certainly if they do happen, to let you know that you're not alone and that you do have people that want to help you. It can also helping women to understand that the underlying dynamics of their responses can also help them in their recovery process. If you have been a victim of teen dating violence, understanding what happened, why it happened, and how everything went down can help you improve the situation. We as a society tend to glamorize, especially drinking, and socially it's an acceptable behavior. It's normal for teens and especially college students to want to drink. You know, it's how you have fun. It makes you more sexually attractive. All that glamorization in our society leads to unfortunate results. And those results are teen dating violence. Because the men, the perpetrators, often, get this feeling of aggression that they wouldn't necessarily have without the drugs and alcohol. And they also feel like after the fact, well, it was the drug or the alcohol that made me do it, which makes it almost acceptable. Those things are not acceptable. And you have to recognize that because of our societal almost glamorization, it's the only word I can think of to use, of alcohol, you have to understand that those things aren't right, those things aren't good, and you need to report any violence that does occur. For sure, have safeguards in place. If you're going to a party or if you're going to do something where you may be in a dangerous situation, and be prepared that those situations in and of themselves can be dangerous, because there are people there that may do things that they wouldn't normally do under the influence of alcohol and drugs. And hopefully you'll take some of these resources, prepare yourself so that you can prevent this from ever happening in your life. But if it does, you'll feel confident and comfortable in getting help and moving forward so that you can become a positive, successful person.